Alright, let's go to where the king was before he came here, which was in... I'm going to go with Saul de Tiba. So this is Saul de Tiba. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. This room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate. Interview. Right, interview. Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do a little snooping. What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallery where the murder took place. Think about it, Falcon. Police would have already gone over the Grand Gallery with a fine-tooth comb. But I bet that numbskull Inspector Valerdi didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks. Your logic seems a little questionable, but it couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of stand or podium. Maybe it's just a decorative piece. It's a Roman doorstop. Roman doors were enormous marble slabs, so the doorstops had to be similarly large in order to stay in place. I don't think that's right. If the door was really large, it's not like the wind's going to blow it shut, right? My uncle's a Roman historian. Trust me. Thanks, Adam Sims. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water, or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time. It smells good. Don't sniff the exhibit, Sparrowson. No, really. This urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey. You poor thing. You're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back to the office? Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it. Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no. See? Look what I found in the urn. Put that down, Sparrowson. It's someone's old rubbish. No, look. It's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumpling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicate this was discarded just a few days ago. Yes, I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder. Mon Dieu, Sparrowson, you deduced that all from the smelling of the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. That won't be necessary. Sparrowson, if you could apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you'll be the world's greatest detective. If only all evidence was edible. So do you have any idea which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we could know that. I suppose we'll just have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for the comparison. What a chore. Interesting, because I can see Lander Hagerslack's Chocolate Emporium written on the wrapper. Well, you can't blame a bird for trying. Alright. There's something goes... What's up here? Oh, it's the post. This is some sort of ceremonial container. It's beautifully crafted, but what did it contain? Maybe it's an arcane wine cabinet. Don't be so ignorant, Falcon. This is a sacred Mesopotamian artifact gifted to Emperor Hadrian for his victory at the Euphrates in 123 AD. Stop making stuff up. You and I both know nothing about Mesopotamia. Alright, you got me. It's gonna be a hippo's chamber pot for all I know. See, a cabinet full of engraved plates, mostly bronze. How much do you think they're worth? I don't know. 300 francs apiece, at least. What? Are you serious? I'm in the wrong profession. I don't think archaeology works as a get-rich-quick scheme, Sparrowson. Who said anything about archaeology? I'm going to become a museum robber. Well, that's one way to get rich quick. Ah, Sparrowson. These columns have been designed to look Roman. I think the style is Ionic. It's not Ionic, Falcon. Irony is when a character says something, but the reader knows it's meaning something completely different. That's not... Never mind. A supporting column. It's just holding up the roof. If the column were truly supportive, it wouldn't hold the roof up. It would encourage the roof to get its own location on top. Oh my god. Oh man, Chromo and Dash Dave are going to be so upset they missed this. We're done here for now, at least. We can't spend all day staring at Roman artifacts, I suppose. So where to next? That's where the start was, isn't it? Are we all done here? Oh, no, not yet. I did give plenty of notice. I'll just have to watch it on YouTube. Our feathered friends wander through immaculately maintained Tuileries Gardens. Hey, look who we found here. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up litter by a tree line. Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar? Or are we just being bird racist? Yeah, now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robinio. Did someone call me? It's you, the lawyers who don't appreciate a masterful photograph when they see it. It's good to see you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. Hey, I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury. Can you believe that? They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that. Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful you got off without jail time. You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxime. So did you two want to ask me something, or you just here to gawp? Personally, I'm just gawping. Actually, I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinio. Don't suppose you bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Juan, have you? A Spanish fox? No, I never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I only started working here today. I see. Is there anything else you wanted? Hey Stan, how you doing? So how's the new groundskeeping job working out? Terribly. Tourists are pigs, sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I've found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores. And look what I picked up by the west entrance. A book page. A book page. The music. A whole book I could understand, but a single page. What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment. May I take a closer look at that, monsieur? Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure, what's it worth to you? It's trash. It's literally worthless. Then I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties. Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page and... I'll speak with Judge Maxime. Put in a good word and might be able to get your sentence reduced. Really? You'd do that for me? Thank you, monsieur. I would really appreciate that. Here, take the page. Page 44 has been added to evidence. That's all. Why don't you get back to your work, Monsieur Robinio? It's like to ruin investigate. Okay, we're going to leave. Now, did the fox plant that on purpose, or did it fall out? Are we all done here? Yeah, let's go. Good call. We can always come back later if we've forgotten something. Oh wow, we've got lots of places to go now. Wait, why would it... We'd have to take another day if we want to go back to the Louvre? Because that's where we were, right? We don't want to do that. We can go see the girl, and there's also the chocolate. Oh, there's R&M Associates, which we get to go to but it doesn't cost a day. We've got to, you know. This is in Paris, yep. We were just in the Louvre. Alright, since this one's not costing a day, we should do this one, right? Ah, okay. Oh, customers. Hello, is this the office of Renard Vorps? It's you two. Mousy, what are you doing here? This is where I work. See? R&M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Volps and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Volps who chooses which cases to take on. I see. Well then, can we speak with Monsieur Volps? Oh, I'm afraid that won't be possible. See, Monsieur Volps is on vacation right now. He's visiting his father in England. England? But he's set to return in a week or two. Maybe you can come back then. That's no good to us. Our case will be over by then. There's nothing to be done about it, I suppose. We'll have to come back later. What? That's not going to help. Let's go talk to the florist. The pair arrive at Les Halles markets. Vendors and buskers, performers and thieves and bourgeois and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said he met a flower girl here. Sign, I think he said her name was. There's a swan with flowers over there. Do you think that's her? I think so. Possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself. So we should probably act with tact and finesse. Excuse me, Mademoiselle Flower Lady. We would like a word. Tact, Sparrowson, tact. We've been over this. Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes. I wish to purchase a rose from milady. I'm afraid I'm all out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you'd be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead. 'Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden. Please, don't mind Sparrowson. He fell out of his nest as a baby and has said the dumb things ever since. Hey, let me introduce myself. I am Jayjay Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Sine? That's right. Catherine Marie Singh. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt. How did you know? I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me. The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions? Business is slow. Please ask away. Where do you acquire your flowers from, if I may ask? Normally I gather them from the wild. Last week I found chrysanthemums on the city limits. That's the same place I discovered this monk's hood. But since it's still winter, I have to buy a lot of my flowers from merchants who travel to Italy and the Netherlands. That's how I acquired the rose. What can you tell us about this particular merchant? Not a lot, monsieur. He's just an old man who passes through Paris a few times a year, selling his goods and wares. I see. No chance of being a super secret assassin? No, monsieur. Did you want to ask something else? Mademoiselle, you mentioned that you sold your last rose a week ago. Who did you sell it to? The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our Juan. I met him around a week ago, on the 6th. We talked for a little while. About the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in debt these days. And he bought a rose and left. I hear that fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty. Oh, why is that? Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling. No, it's pressure. Mademoiselle, it just so happens we're defending this particular fox in the Cour d'Assises. If you have something to say that can prove his innocence, now would be the time to let us know. I'm sorry, messieurs, I can't. That's weird. Wait, Mademoiselle Sane, wait up. Damn. Nice display of tact and finesse, Falcon. You scared her off. This one obviously knows something crucial about the case. We need to get to the bottom of whatever it is. Agreed, but I don't think she'd be in the mood to tell us anything else. I know. Why don't we try acting with a little more tact and finesse next time? Hush. Alright. Go to the chocolate place? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Landa Hageslak's Chocolate Emporium. The finest Belgian chocolate in all of Paris. What's with all? Why are they always smoking? I am Landa Hageslak, the founder and owner of this establishment. And I am Jayjay Falcon, defense attorney. Good day, monsieur. Oh, lawyers, very fancy. I must say that I once dreamed of being a lawyer, but well, circumstances wouldn't allow it. It's a funny story. You see, when I was a young boy, I befriended the son of a Hungarian attorney. Falcon, you have to help me. What is it? It's the smell, Falcon. It's overpowering me. It's demanding that I lay waste to the shop. For pity's sake, restrain yourself, Sparrowson. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? So are you messieurs here to buy some chocolate? Yes! No. I'm actually here on business, monsieur. Business? First things first, we believe that this chocolate wrap... Oh wait, it's Falcon. First things first, we believe that this chocolate wrapper originated from your shop. Are we correct? Oh, yes. That indeed the trademark Hageslak wrapper for genuine Belgian Hageslak chocolate. This is almost certainly bought from this very establishment. Very good. With that established, there is something else we wish to ask Monsieur Hageslak. Can you tell us who bought the chocolate that was contained in this wrapper, Monsieur Hageslak? I'm afraid not, messieurs. Not just because of matters of confidentiality. Although that is a factor, you understand, but because I couldn't possibly know that. I thought elephants never forget. My memory is impeccable, monsieur, but you must understand that I have dozens of customers a day. There are hundreds of people who could have potentially bought this particular item. So your memory is good, but you need further information. If we were to give you the description and name of a person, would you be able to tell us whether they purchased something from you? Oh, yes, that I could probably do, monsieur. Let me think. Who to ask about? Major Howell, royal guard who was killed in the Louvre's Grand Gallery, allegedly by a rose handled by Prince Juan. Let's go with that one. Major Howell. Have you ever served a member of the royal guard by the name of Major Howell? No, monsieur. Are you sure? Yes, monsieur. I have served many soldiers, but I don't recall seeing a major here in recent memory. What does that mean, Falcon? Have we lost our lead? Not necessarily. It just means that Major Hal didn't buy the chocolate that may have killed him. There's still the possibility that someone bought the chocolate for him. That's our lead. That's who we want to find. I see. I did once serve a high-ranking officer of the British Army who was on his way to Zimbabwe, if you want to hear that story. No, I don't want to hear that story. Let me think. Who to ask about? Do we just click on all of them? I wonder if the fox bought it to give it to... No, that's two. Who else would poison it? Probably not the dead frog. Unless it was Severan's, because he was there collecting evidence. He could have just chucked his chocolate in the wrapper in the rubbish, and then it's a dead lead. Have you ever served a cockerel with a ludicrously good postured name, Severin Cocorico? No, I'm sure. Let me think. What would I ask about? Alright, so unless he gave it to Juan, and Juan wasn't where he said he was. Have you ever served Juan Corrido, the Prince of Spain? A Prince of Spain? No, monsieur. Well, that's good to hear. Our clue would have turned into a dead end if our own client turned out to be the chocolate fiend. I did once serve Prince from Mali, if that is any help, you see. I met a Goa hiking through the Himalayas. Please stop. Messieurs, I'm growing tired of all these endless inquiries. Perhaps you should come back another day. You know, Falcon, it's possible we just haven't encountered the chocolate fiend yet. Rather than coming back here every day making aimless guesses, we should wait until we have someone specific in mind. Well, thank you, Sparrowson. You might have a point, Sparrowson. Thank you for your time, Monsieur Hagerslack. We shall return when our investigation has progressed a little. Any time, messieurs. Yeah, 2 places in 6 days. That seemed a little too easy, didn't it? Well, hang on. We've been everywhere. Well, there's no point going to the courthouse yet. There was the card room upstairs, though. Yeah, I think the bar's probably the only one where... No backseating, Adam Sims. Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking. I'm not here to drink, Sparrowson. Or mope, for that matter. Tavern's a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about the Prince Juan, then this would be the ideal place to start asking questions. Well, that's pretty good thinking. Are you two back? How you feel getting better, Falcon? Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Cornell. That's great to hear, hon. Will it be the usual? No. I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp. We wanted to know if you've seen Prince of Spain around here recently. Oh, well, Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hon, but this isn't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional bourgeois, but you can't forget about seeing a member of royalty. It's a pity. Maybe I should ask some of your patrons. Feel free. Old regulars Rufus and Powell was playing cards in the attic, same as always. We get all sorts of colourful characters in the drinking room. I bet if you rattled enough cages, you'd find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know. Thank you, madam. Let's see, where to start? Let's go to the card room, because it's on top. Come on, pal. Just one more game, Jacques Noir. Absolutely not. My wallet is hurting enough as it is. Please, I'll even let you deal this time. Answer's no, Rufus. I'm skint. If you want to play cards, you'll have to ask someone else. Fine, I'll ask that big fellow. Excuse me, monsieur. Yes, you, monsieur. Would you care to play some Jacques Noir? Yeah, maybe you'll give us some information. Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. Very well, then. Do you know how to play? Nope. Nope, I'm only familiar with Higo and Tap Turok. But this is much better than those silly games. Let me tell you how it works. I have a deck of cards with values between 1 and 11. I'll do you one card at a time. If you hit 21, you win. I'll give you 5 francs. 5 francs? That seems a little steep. This is a man's game, monsieur. Only children gamble over petty sous. Besides, higher stakes make for a more exciting game, right? I suppose so. Go for 21, okay. 1, hit me. 12, hit me. Stand. Well played, monsieur. Here's your payout. Shall we have another round? We either make him... Absolutely. Deal me in, monsieur. I don't know if there's a point to this or if it's just for bits of funds, but we'll... Hit me. Hit me. It is unnecessary? Okay. Unlucky, monsieur. Most unfortunate. Shall we have another round? No. No, I think we're done. Maybe another day, monsieur. I understand. Feel free to come back anytime. Ah, the big fella's returned. Here to play some cards, monsieur. Not today. I want to ask questions. I'm afraid I don't have time for that, sir. I have some investigative work to take care of. Come on, I surely have time for one quick game. Oh, thank you. Maybe later. I understand. See you around, monsieur. Okay, so we can't even ask them questions. Okay. So there I was in the grasslands, 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. Oh, I thought it was the cocky. It'll be the dog. One different voice, the dog. I've been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar. Completely oblivious to my existence. Oh, I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then bam! You shot it? No. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot. It sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me Nan went the same way. That's what I thought. But when I went to take a close look, I noticed the boar was frothing at the mouth. Wow. It was rabid. Possible. I don't think so. I remembered reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. Needless to say, I left the dead animal alone. Good call. Who wants to deal with tainted meat? Excuse me, monsieur. Yes. Can I help you? You say the beast you're tracking might have died from poisoning. Can you give us further details? Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid. Well, what do you think caused it? I would guess it ain't something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolfsbane? I think they call it. but really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen Juan Corrido around here. He's Spanish royalty. Foxy fellow, swanky hat. Calls everyone Senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that, Piero? I ain't got a clue. Sorry, missus. You're barking up the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family? Do we look like walking encyclopedias or something? Oh, I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'll be banned. But Spanish royalty, that sounds like a question to be answered at the library, monsieur. Not a tavern. A library. Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Right, let's go to the library. Let's give them some peace. Are we ready to hit the road? Yep. Yep. Let's make a move. Things are heating up. It's a new day. New dawn. Occasionally, a special cinematic scenes marked by exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. Ooh! These cinematic scenes are only available for 1 day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Oh, well, you should do that then. Their viewing is entirely optional. No, it's not.